It's been a year, and a lot's happened, so it's time to look back. First, I became very interested in you. Then you really became enamored with me. I wooed you with my fire-building skills. And then you wooed me back with your incredible mixtape. We got matching tattoos, which is not trashy at all. Then I dragged you to a mountain bike race and made you cheer me on. We climbed to the top of a silo, which was freaking insane, and got this amazing picture where I look like a freaking midget. Then came the longest summer ever, where we snapped infinitely many times. And then the weekend that will live in infamy, where it all really began to come together. I missed you so much that I imitated your favorite pose, and then your Halloween costume. I laughed at your Snapchats. You stalked me a little on the internet, and I laughed some more. Flash forward, and we're back on campus. You surprised me with jelly beans, and that's when I'm pretty sure what I need to do. We go to Aniston, I received Daniel's insight, and now it's go time. Who knew Hooligans would be our last meal? Followed by a movie we watched very unsuccessfully, during which you tried to convince me you were undateable, and I thankfully convinced you otherwise. This led to a whirlwind semester, a Labor Day trip, way too much church, a lot of different discussions, a really fun trip, and a freaking insane baby shower like no other. We tried to include more freshmen. We even went to Talladega and heard crazy wolves. We went to a football game at one point, which led to me accidentally pre-gaming fall ball, y'all. We tried something new, and it went all right. You impressed me with your Snapchat and Photoshop abilities, and so many wonderful opinions. You sent me flowers, which was highly confusing but amazing. And I took you biking. I can't believe we're still dating. And for fall break, we hung out with my parents. Still ended up having a pretty good time. Then I dragged you to Wisconsin, where we ate ribs, hung out with the Johns, went fishing, froze you half to death on lots of hikes, took you to a casino, that was pretty crazy, and most of all, just had a really good time. After surviving a long break, we hung out with Zoe, hung out with Daniel, and then you made me the best cake I've ever had with good frosting. I got a tent, which you spent a lot of time in, and then we spent a lot of time in. And then I built you a bike. Valentine's Day and our 6-month anniversary were ones to remember. We saw your name on a sign, and we saw King Princess. Oh my God, we saw King Princess. We danced, we partied it up, we had so much fun in that Airbnb. That was probably the coolest thing we've ever done, even though I ruined the surprise beforehand. Things only sped up from there. We spent a lot of time under this tree. We ran a 5K together, went to Mardi Gras, remember the peanut butter crackers, went to Buc-ee's, that was incredible, went to a camp cooking thing with Dawn, what a weird experience, and then camped at Oak Mountain. Finished off with a long-ass hike that made us complain too much, and came back to a brand new normal. We did a lot of school, a lot of sitting, a lot of staring, and a lot of baking. We went to Huntsville, had a weird bowling ball photo shoot, and then we got a kitten! We named her Iggy, and she was adorable, and basically, during that time, all you did was cuddle with her, which was fine, because you deserve time cuddling with a cute kitten. But it's okay, I'm still here, I did not leave. So I can still cuddle you, just as good as a kitten, and I do not smell like poop. Then we had a weird photo shoot on campus, and now, a moment of silence for your apartment. Then, you went on your longest bike ride ever. I was so proud of you. In preparation for the longest road trip ever. But we had a good time. We got to drive through such pretty country. You got to meet Mark and Diane, which was super fun. We went to Woodrow Wilson's house. Pretty good time. We finally arrived in New York. And then we biked. And biked until you wanted to scream. But in the end, we had a good time. You got to meet all my crazy relatives. We got to drive through the Blue Ridge Parkway, got to see so many cool waterfalls, try some amazing cannolis. All in all, have an amazing trip. When we got back, you got a job. With a crazy Indian man, but a job, before graduation. I built a desk, that's all I've contributed at this point. But you graduated with Latin honors and 2 majors, and you survived a day of both your parents being here at the same time. Then you turned 22. I made you a bomb-ass purple velvet cake. We ate funnel cake with your mom and your sister. And now here we are. We've reached a year. Something that neither of us would have imagined would happen. And I don't know where we're going next, but I'm very excited to see what it'll be.